Hey America, some pretty crazy stuff is happening this year. The Zika virus is spreading rampantly throughout the Americas. Thousands of people are protesting police violence and the criminal justice system. But the most defining moment has yet to come. One that could define this country for nearly a decade. As citizens of a constitutional republic, it is our right, no, our duty to vote and tell our representatives who we want to elect as President of the United States of America.
So, are you voting this election season?
I am voting.
And how does the presidential choices make you feel?
I feel kind of trapped between two bad decisions. One of them is a corporate entity that I don't agree with on a fundamental basis, and the other I can't consciously vote for because of the things that he's said and the way he's acted in the media.
I think history says that Hillary's going to win. I think Trump is not going to keep it fair if he wins. Plus, I don't like his temperament. His temperament. I can't trust him with the football.
How does the choice between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton make you feel?
Well, I mean, I think it's an easy choice, honestly. Hillary Clinton is by far the better option. But, you know, as a standalone candidate, I'm not very inspired by her. But I feel like that's sort of the sentiment everybody has right now.
Does the selection make you feel more or less hopeful for the future of America?
Not less hopeful, just scared for the way we run politics, the way we consume media, and the way people get into power. I think those three things are the things that we need to be looking at because they're not doing it the way that this country was founded on.
It kind of makes me feel nervous about the future of the country in general because honestly, like, I'm not sure I feel like in debates they're worried about criticizing each other rather than promoting their ideas about bettering the country as a whole.
What do you think is more important, local propositions or the presidential election?
I mean, the presidential election is big and it's all hyped and everything, but the things that are actually going to affect you and the people around you are the things that are being talked about in like city council meetings, and they're on like a lower scale, but that's really the kind of stuff that's actually going to matter.
Mostly because, yeah, the propositions definitely are going to play a role and affect everybody. But, I don't know, I feel like they both matter. Like, you know, the propositions have to matter as much as, like, this election. Just because, you know, it's going to affect our future. Like, you can't really, like, outweigh which one is more important than the other. It's kind of like, you know, you got to think about it. Like, whatever decision we make now is going to affect us in the future, so...
California Proposition 61, State Prescription Drug Purchases, Pricing Standards, Initiative Statute. Prohibits state from buying any prescription drug from a drug manufacturer at price over lowest price paid for the drug by United States Department of Veterans Affairs.
And do you plan on voting on California Proposition 61 to cap the prices on prescription drugs?
I do, because I think it's really important that we make drugs that will save people's lives more affordable, because it's ridiculous to me that a company who's already making plenty of money, you know, excessive amounts of money, can just decide, okay, oh well, your aunt and uncle are going to die of diabetes this year because they can't afford their insulin now.
Yes, my father is a diabetic, type 2 diabetic, and I know that the cost of prescription pills are very, very expensive, and I want to see that be capped.
Yeah, we'll yes on Prop 61. Just because, you know, it just makes sense to bring all the drug prices down to the same price for everyone, you know.
California Prop 64, Marijuana Legalization Initiative Statute. Legalizes marijuana under state law for use by adults 21 or older. Imposes state taxes on sales and cultivation.
Do you plan on voting on California Proposition 64 to legalize marijuana?
Yeah.
Why do you think that's important?
Because it mellows a lot of people out. It helps them think about things before they do it, and it
makes people not want to do angry things that they thought they wanted to do before they smoke. So I think it's a great thing. Like, yeah.
Absolutely. As a medical marijuana user, I definitely am voting yes on Prop 64. I think it's a fundamental way to pave the road for cultivation in America and a prosperous state for California. Also, able to grow personal use is pretty cool, and I think that is a way to teach people how to become more sustainable.
I do, and I'm not just saying it because I use it for recreational uses. It's just, you know, I feel like there'd be some really good medical research that could be done using marijuana, and you know, the government just isn't funding those.
How do you feel about the results of the presidential election?
I wouldn't say I'm happy, and I wouldn't say that anybody's really happy about it. I think that we ended up with Trump because they tried to force feed us Hillary Clinton when they should have just let us have Bernie Sanders like we wanted in the first place. But I think that now the important thing to do is come together and not let it divide the nation.
I would say I feel somewhat lost, hopeful based on the things that passed in the state of California, but overall just kind of confused as to how it's going to go down. A little, like, awoken to the fact, is it? Awake. Like, it opened my eyes to see how different California is than the rest of the country.
How do you feel about the results of the presidential election?
Still don't believe it's real, kind of still in shock, disbelief, kind of don't want to believe. To me, every time I see him speak or his wife, it's like watching reality TV. I feel like it's either like, I mean, it's not like it hasn't been scripted before, but it just doesn't seem genuine. I'm like scared for the future, but again, I'm just like past the point of exhaustion and frustration where I'm just like, I kind of lost hope in a sense. That makes any sense.
I was pretty surprised about the results of the election. I mean, I knew it was a possibility that Trump would win because he did have supporters, but I just didn't think it was going to happen, and it did.